all the pieces of my basement biorefinery are finally coming together. So here's some updates from all parts of the project. Hey, I'm Leon, and I'm once again experimenting with microalgae. Update number 1, I've started another run of my hanging bags to grow more algae. I've kept it to 10 bags for now, but as you can see, they're growing pretty well, and they're basically filled up all the space on my bar, so I think 10 bags is going to be my limit for the time being. But as you can see, the algae are nice and green. They're a lot greener than they were last time, actually, which is a good thing. It means that the algae are probably getting acclimated to the conditions that they're in, specifically growing in a urine medium, which is kind of different from what they were growing in before. So the fact that they're getting acclimated to these conditions is a very, very good thing, because it means they'll be able to grow faster and faster down the line when I do more and more runs of these hanging bags. You may have also noticed that these bags look a lot more full than they have been in previous runs of this experiment. And that has also been a big improvement for this run. I was able to set up the hanging bags in a lot more efficient way this time, and that meant that I lost less water in the process of setup, which means that the bags are almost completely full to the brim, which means I'm producing actually 10 liters of algae all at once right now. So all that to say, even though the run doesn't look that different, still 10 bags, still the same amount of algae, but actually a lot of things have gotten better. They're growing faster, and there's more algae being grown. So all those things are great updates for this experiment. Now the next update is on the fertilizer production side. Here is some algae fertilizer that I made in my last batch, and I've been slowly drying it all out, processing all the fertilizer, and now I just need to scrape it off the bottom of this bin and figure out exactly how much I made. So let's go do that. And now that I'm done scraping, I'm putting it in my fertilizer container and taking it over to my scale. And when I put it on the scale, I got almost 10 grams of fertilizer. That's actually an incredible yield. It's more than double the amount I got in my first run, which is just so awesome to see. It's really cool to see that my production process has actually improved by more than 2 times. It shows that I'm getting better at growing the algae and processing them in the best possible way. I'm super excited to keep going with this project, see how much fertilizer I can produce in every single run. Now the last thing I'm going to talk about is my process for testing the fertilizer. So I talked about in my last video how I'm designing an experiment to grow wheatgrass seeds with my algae fertilizer and see how it compares to no fertilizer and conventional fertilizers. Now I got this experiment started on Monday this week. I planted all my seeds and started watering them. So as you can see, there's 10 pots. Half of them have no fertilizer, half of them have my algae fertilizer, and I'm going to be comparing the way they grow and also the germination rate of the seeds over time in the next couple weeks. So my next video probably will have an update on that. So that's all I've got for this week. It was a pretty short update, but that's because everything here is in motion and there's so many new results that I'm going to have in next future videos. If you want to see how I managed to build all of this up to this point, check out my previous videos, because almost everything I've talked about in here has a video going in depth on it somewhere before. Now, if you want to make sure that you don't miss the future progress of the experiment, well, make sure to subscribe on YouTube, follow on LinkedIn, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.